Hello everyone, welcome to the .NET Office. In this video, we will discuss how to write a unit test case on the lazy loading. Lazy loading is very important concept which comes under the Angular. Like lazy loading provides us the facility to load a particular module when we need it. For an example, like if we don't use the lazy loading and we are running our application, and at point of the first time what happen, all the module will load, so application will be slow. So what we can do, as the particular module we are going, according to that, if we will load that particular module, then the application will run fast. So that is the main advantage of the lazy loading. So basically what lazy loading help to keep the bundle size small, which help reduce the load time. We must use the class decorator to create the Angular application. So module NgModule and the decorator uses a metadata object that define the module. So if you want to see more on the lazy loading, you can go to my Angular 8 tutorial series, and where you can understand more about the lazy loading and how we implement the component with the lazy loading. So let's go to the Visual Studio and see how to write a unit test case. So for here I have created one small lazy loading application, and here you can see, so here I have created a three component. One is the about, another is the home, and another is the lazy. So basically inside this folder it's a module, and then inside that I have created a one component. And now how I have created the app.routing.module is basically like, so by default home component will load, we can see from here, and I created two paths, like one is for the home and another is for the about. And for that employee, like for this component, so what I created the lazy loading, and that is like implemented using the load children. So basically what we have to do, we have to give the path, and inside the load children what we have to do, we have to import the lazy. So this is the folder name, and lazy.module is basically this lazy.module name. So this we have to give. So basically like what it is, so this is the module name. First of all, like if you will go on this, so here like this is the lazy.module, it's basically a name, here you can see, and then we have to use the lazy module. So this is the way of giving the path for the lazy loading, like we have to use the load children for the lazy loading. So that is the first step. Now next what we have to do, when you will go on this module, so let's go on this LazyModule.ts. So basically what I have given, I have created a one route here also, and from there like we created as in routing, like by default when I will come on the lazy module, so by default it should move to the employee component. So that I have created here. Now if you will go app.component.html, so here what I am doing, this path I have given for the home, this path I have given for about, and this is for the employee list. So basically it's in like this, from where you can get it, you can get app.routing.module.ts from here, and you can put it here. So let's now go to our browser, and here you can see like by default when we come, so by default is the home, and we can see the home works. So when I will click on the about, it will be about works, and here you can see it is navigating. So now currently you can see like lazy loaded module is not loaded yet, you can see here. So when I will click on this employee list, you can see it is generated like lazy module, then it is called. So for an example, now what I will do, again I will go, and by default it will come to the home. Like if you will click, you can see that particular module is not loaded. Even for the about also it's not loaded. When that module will loaded, when we will go to this employee list. So this is the way we implement the lazy loading in Angular 8. Now what we have to do, we have to write a unit test case for the same. So for that one we have to go to the app.routing.specifics.ts file, and here what I have done, like I am using the previous example like where we implemented like the component. So currently like it is not needed, so we can like ignore this one. So what we are using, we have to use the router and then this location, and inside this one, like what we have done, we have created this object router dot initialize navigate. So this we have to use it. So that is the one thing. And then like in this before each, what we have to do, we have to initialize this router object and the location. And here no need to do, only the thing what I have done, I have like provided this SpyNgModuleFactoryLoader. Now for writing an unit test case, first what we have to do, we have to write the unit test case. For that one, first what let's write the it. So here I am going to write it, and inside this one we have to give our test case name. So lazy loading test case. By that time what I will do, I will run the command. So by that time we will write and it will process it. So now we have to put here comma, and I am using the fakeAsync. And then what we have to do, we have to use, so if we are using the fakeAsync, then what we have to do, we have to use the tick that we have seen in the previous video. If you want to know how the fakeAsync works, you can see my previous video of this Angular unit test case tutorial series. Now here what we have to do, I am going to take a one object, and that is like loader, like we can give as a LazyLoder. And now here what I am going to do, I am going to use the TestBed.inject, and inside this one we have to use SpyNgModuleFactory. So basically, like if you will see what is the use of this one, so it allows us to load the NgModule test case. So basically it is so here you can see it is like helping us to load the like lazy loaded component, and that can be, it is basically sit inside the test bed. So that we do. And next what we have to do, this lazyloder.stubbedModule. So now basically what we are going to do, we are going to use this stub module, and then let's take this LazyModule. So this we are going to assign inside in one object. So what object I am going to take, I am going to take like LazyModule. So this I am going to take it. Now next thing what we have to do, we have to get the URL, like where we are going to navigate. So object router, so this object I have taken before. Now navigate by URL, and where we have to go. So basically the path, if you will see here in app.routing.module, and this is employee list. Now let's come here and put it here, and then we have to put the slash as well. And now next what we have to do, we have to use the tick method, and then fixture.detectChanges. And then what we have to expect, we have to expect location. So location.path and toBe, and what it should be, it should be this, so that we can write it here. And now let's save the changes and see. So currently like the default is 3, now it should be 4. Test case should pass from here, and the test case name is lazy loading test case. So now let's wait and see on the browser like our test case is passed or not. So we can see our test case is passing 4 here. If we will go on the browser, so let's see. So here we can see our test case, and like here we can see the by default it is coming to the employee work because we have created here. So this is the way we write the unit test case for the lazy loading, like using the SpyNgModuleFactory like it allows us to load the NgModule, and then we have to stub that particular module, and then we have to check like on which URL we have to navigate, and same we have to check it. So this is the way we write the unit test case for the lazy loading. So that's it for this video. If you have any question and doubt, please comment. Thank you.